One of the things that really brought me to this community was the opportunity to be outdoors. I came from San Francisco with a 2-year-old and a almost 1-year-old child. And we came to this community because we wanted to have a place where they could come outside and recreate and we'd feel it'd be a safe place. And so what's been really nice is the opportunity to contribute that with this job and providing them safe opportunities to get around and to facilitate them getting a healthy lifestyle. That's really why I do what I do. It's probably a very personal reason, which is I want to live in a place where my kids can get out and recreate, and they can get out and bike, and they can get out and hike, and they can get out and ski. And it's a safe place for them to do those things. I've had the opportunity to go around the state and visit Boise and the Greenbelt and Coeur d'Alene and their trail system, and up in Ketchum and Haley and their trail system and their mountain bike systems. And that's enabled us to bring back information to our community that really lets us plan out different ways of building our infrastructure. And so that's really exciting for us. In the short term, it lets us look at different ways that we can fund our pathways that connect our communities a little bit better. And in the long term, it really looks at our opportunities to really build better trail systems that those pathways will connect to. And so our initial funding that we're trying to utilize right now is to build more safe ways to get around town. And that's including sidewalks, crosswalks, pathways, bike lanes, and in the long term looking for those connections to actually broaden out from the city centers out to our trails that we have in the Forest Service lands. I think one thing in a rural community we've learned is that, especially if we're here, that most people live outside of the city. So they get in their car and then they drive to town to get their groceries, or they get in their car and they go to a hiking trail, or they get in their car and they go to a Nordic ski trail. And what we really want to do is get out of that mode that you can live in a rural community and you don't have to drive everywhere. And so we talk a lot about healthy lifestyle opportunities because we want to make sure people have those opportunities where they don't have to get in their car. We want people to go out their front door, grab their bike, and go to a trailhead, or go out their front door, grab their skis, and get on a ski trail. One of the things that we've learned with our organization is you build community when people meet each other. And you start to provide opportunities to meet each other. If they're always in cars, guess what? They're not meeting each other, and they're not building and bonding around a community. Healthy community doesn't just mean our physical health, it means actually the welfare of the community. So the opportunity to get people out of those cars and walking around and actually having to interact with one another starts to build community relations. We're real lucky that we're part of a national byway systems here in the Valley. And the infrastructure that we're building with pathway systems is actually encouraging those people to get out of their cars and explore our city. That same infrastructure actually encourages people in town to just not get in their car and go to the grocery store, or get in their car and go to the cleaners. But when they come to town, there's a nice place for them to walk around. There's a nice place for their kids to ride their bikes. That's going to encourage them to stop by shops, and obviously that's going to encourage people to buy things. So we're really excited that the infrastructure that we're building is not just to get people from point A to point B, but actually gets them to come around town and to spend money. So what's exciting about the iWay process and what's moving forward with that is, in a rural community, we have a really hard time of getting our message out and getting people to know what we have here. So iWay is really going to complement us as we build our infrastructure and actually be able to share what we actually currently have, and also gets other people to understand what's also out there in the state. So locals can go to iWay, take a look at what's happening in Boise, what's happening in Coeur d'Alene or Ketchum or Pocatello, and understand there's other places that they can get out there and enjoy different pathway systems and similar stuff to us. So we're really excited about the opportunity for that collective, where we have one place where we can go to get that information out. And we're really excited to be able to share what we're doing in our place with the rest of the state and people that are coming into the state.